These are my stored onions, and they're pretty solid. I've had them in here in this soil for since I harvested them in I can't remember, I think maybe June. But they could be stored in regular soil. See how they're starting to sprout? Separating them right here. I have a lot of onions still in the house to go till through December. So I just left these out here as an experiment to see if they could be stored without, outdoors. And what I did was I had this lid on here, and these are all solid. See, they're good. They're still edible, but I just cover them with dirt, and have this lid on them so nothing can get in there. And I'll be planting those. And then here's onions that I never even looked at, and they're coming up on their own. See that? A lot of this stuff here came up on its own. But here's the garlic. Like, some of this garlic is all sprouting on its own. In fact, a lot of it's most of it's sprouting on its own. This is last year's garlic. And you see this cluster right here? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 in that cluster, and I think there was 7 in that one. Now remember, there's about 10 cloves to a cluster, right? So when when I get about 9 or 10, I'm just gonna pull those. I'm gonna pull these out and just plant them all around in here. And I've got 80 potatoes planted in here, and a couple of them already came up. Notice the sun, right? And look at the how the sun is shining on here. You really have to think about the sun, especially if you're in a cold area. You want to be able to plan your garden around the sun, because that's what's going to make things grow. But some of these potatoes are started to sprout, like that one right there. And look at the vacuum on that bottle. But you can't. It's hard to cover everything that's happening in a garden. That came up on its own right there. But this right here is those little red hot peppers. I think they call them chili piquins. There's a lot of different names for them. They have a 15% germination rate, and they're mainly propagated by birds. They eat the seeds, and then they go and they poop, and then they grow somewhere. But 15% germination rate, so I've got about 16 in here. And they may have to go through the bird's intestine to be able to, break something down on the seed to make it grow. But I'm gonna go ahead and just put 15 in here. Spread it all around like that, and put nothing else in this pot and see what happens in the spring. Maybe it'll come up. Who knows? I'm just gonna do that. Pretty nifty. Okay, can't cover it all, but store food, man, it's hard to grow food. It's not easy. The pros, those people that are doing these videos on this stuff, they're pros at it, and they got unlimited water. It hasn't really rained in 3 months, and this is my water tank. This one was empty, and the water line, I only got about 150 gallons in here, or less than 200, about 175, and that's hasn't really rained for 3 months, so might be a good idea to have some food tucked away. And there's a sprouting potato that I planted in one of the last videos. There's another one coming up right there. Oh look, I got a garlic right here. But yeah, have some food put away. It's not easy to grow it on your own. See you later.